Hi, I'm Hidong-na, and I am a software engineer in Samsung Electronics. I'm study very hard, like I go to university and I also go to grad school as well. So I study more than 12 years to get the final degree from uh, university. And my major is computer science and engineer. So that leads me to the this company actually. Like I'm in research. I'm doing my job in research field for artificial intelligence (AI), which is very uh, buzzy word nowadays. And I like to see what can be done in my field using AI technologies. Like we can generate images, we can generate text from the prompt that given from users, something like that. Uh, I oh my I'm a water person for personal and my hobby one of my hobby was is swimming, so I had to swim every day like after work. I like freestyle the most, and actually it's kind of easy thing to do, so I try to make it difficult, like uh, I tried a difficult posture like flip tongue or something like that. I also like animals, and I like to take a photograph using film camera. I like to visit a resort called Rhizome Forest. It has private houses in the resort, and I can make a reservation through the company welfare service. So I got this I can get discounted prices from the welfare service. It is well, I'm not always possible to book a room there, but if I'm lucky, then I can get the chance. In this January, actually, I was lucky and I have the chance to get there, like among like 50 person, I guess. So it was quite lucky because my colleagues are always failing to get the chance, you know. So the specialty in the Rhizome forest is quite many. Like it has its own atmosphere, and it is in the middle of the forest, as the name said. So you can enjoy the nature in your room without intervention from the other or the other something other like city noise or crowded people. You just take a rest in there, and that is quite relaxing, and you can recharge yourself by having some kind of spa there. They also have a very nice spa. It is kind of common area, but yeah, you can enjoy yourself without many crowded people. I'm kind of planning person, so I pre I prefer to search on the web, where to go, where to visit, what is the good restaurant, or what is the sightseeing places there in advance. So it's kind of my job, and it is quite convenient for me. If not, I'm a bit annoying, or I'm kind of be nervous if and that I have no plan at all. So, well, that makes some trouble. Like if you go to travel with someone who don't have any uh, plan, or don't just or someone who want to change the plan a lot, it makes a lot of trouble for me because I'm a very strict person for the planning. But yeah, but still, traveling with the other people is very fun. Like, I went to Busan last summer vacation. Uh, they are one of they are best friends of mine since elementary school. Uh, we planned several activities like borrow take boat on sunset side, or have you ever heard about Skyline Luji? It's kind of motorless vehicle down from the hill. So it is quite fun, and it was quite fun to ride the that Luji, and we actually made our effort to took a photo in front of the camera at the designated place together. So it was quite a memorable moment, and I always remember that kind of moment by seeing the picture. My, I think my one of my memorable moments is the first trip with my best friend. At that time, we were 20s, and that was our first time travel together. Because before then, we were university student, and we don't have much money to have a travel with each other. Maybe we could do, but we were busy for our own, yeah, schedule. But at that time, finally, we some of my friends got job, and some are not. But still, we were able to, yeah, have a common schedule. So it was we traveled several city in the southeast area in South Korea, located near South Sea and East Sea. The first city was called Namhae. It is a small city that has a beautiful beach, where the beach has kind of special sand in the beach. And also we went to Tongyeong, which is the very famous place in Korea nowadays, and we went to Koje as well. It's a big second biggest island in South Korea. And finally, we visited Busan, which is my parents' hometown. So luckily, my aunt rented a house there, so we can enjoy our travel in the house. Yeah, so it was quite memorable because it was my first trip with my best friend. I usually talk about my everyday life when I talk to my parents or friend, especially for my with my friend. I talk a lot of things in at work or life, some kind of relationship problem, and I also consult some kind of issues related to my family or my colleagues, or so on. So they are very supportive, and I think that's the value of the best friend, I guess, because you have someone who always support you, uh, even though you are in a very difficult situation, like you are struggling with some problem. For example, when I was in grad school, I was quite struggling with getting the degree. Uh, I didn't have much papers accepted to satisfy the graduation condition. So I was struggling to write paper as 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 attractive as possible to the reviewer. And during the period, my friends and family gave me a lot of advice and helpful comments, helpful, cheerful, yeah, opinion for my career. Like, you can do it, you will make it. That will that that was quite helpful for me, because unless I think I was not able to finish the courses. I usually talk to phone on I usually talk to my wife because my wife is studying at home, so I like to know how she is during the weekdays, because I during weekdays I'm at the office and she's at the home, so we have just one not that much options to connect each other. So usually I call her like in the lunchtime, because it is both available for me and my wife. She's also studying, so she don't want to be interrupted, and I also don't want to be interrupted during while I'm working or concentrating on my job. So the lunchtime is the best time slot for us, I guess. And even though we have some, unless we don't have any special issue, I don't think we talk to each other except that time slot. And we usually talk about the things what happened when, well, is there any special plan for the evening or afternoon, something like that. So I'm very concerning about the what my wife eat. Actually, she's kind of skinny, so I'm a bit worried about her health in general. Like, she need to gain some weight for her health. So I insisted her to eat more proteins or more fat than she had, but she refused that quite a lot. So I always check that by phone call. Mm, my memorable moment of phone call would be the phone call with uh, overseas. Okay, when I was in Montreal for visiting research in 2020, I need to call my parents using Kakao service, because international phone call is very expensive. But if you using some kind of internet service, you can call you without any fee. Just you can use online. You can use the internet. So actually, we made not many phone call, but I I think the most memorable one is the actually the I heard some news about my father-in-law is about to pass away, and Actually, we were in Canada, which is far from South Korea. So my wife was quite worried about she could miss the moment he passed away, and there was a lot of problem like we had to handle like we need to book a flight quite quickly, and actually the weather also doesn't help. So I need to deal with that kind of trouble with just phone call. Uh, I'd like to say my professor in grad school is a healthy person. Actually, he had a cancer, lung cancer. He diagnosed by he was diagnosed as lung cancer when I was in the first year, I guess, and he didn't smoke at all, but he had lung cancer. That's kind of weird consequence, but anyhow, the my professor tried his best to be overcome the lung cancer. So he got surgery on his lung, and after a while, he didn't need to treat, take some uh, chemical, chemical procedure or something, something worse than just operation. So luckily, his operation is successful, and his operation was successful, and he needed to follow up the situation after the operation for 5 years. So during the 5 years, he was concentrating on his health very much. Like he went to gym every day, and he had healthy food. He also moved his house from apartment to the some standalone house, which is helpful for his lung cancer. I try to have healthy food as much as possible, and now I'm trying to lose my weight because I gained weight too much. Like my BMI is over 25, so my company is actually considering about the employees' health and uh, recommend me to lose my weight. So I began swimming again, and I tried my best to lose my weight. Include that includes a diet for losing my weight. Like I only drink the protein shake after 5 p.m. and have just 2 eggs, and that's it for the dinner. It's kind of sounds like weird, but I'm a bit comfortable with that because for me, actually, having dinner is kind of a burden for me, and it is not very healthy for my body. So I think it is quite useful be happy to habit that need to be more I need to be healthier. And so for the healthy food, I tried also such kind of balanced one. Like I don't want to be a protein guy. Just I just want to lose my weight. So for lunch, I allow anything for the lunch. And for the breakfast, actually, it depends. Sometimes I eat a lot, or sometimes I eat less, according to what I had last night. I think in this era, many people actually have their mental health problem. For example, including me, I am very stressful for many issues from work and life. And actually, there are good way to uh, deal with the stress. You can do some kind of meditation or exercise by yourself, or you can ask some advice from the professionals. I would like to suggest you go to a counseling service like therapists or counselors. I personally like to visit counseling very much because at there I can recognize myself in a different aspect, and the professional counselor tells me a lot of valuable advice, and I can it it make a better person, I guess. So I tried my best to follow their advice as if it is reasonable. I mean, sometimes it's kind of not that acceptable. Like they, I feel like they blame me, and it is not it is too far. So it in that case, actually, I refuse to accept their recommendation. So it's up to you, by the way. So, but there that that is also helpful to make your mind stronger. Hello, is that Interpark ticket office? Yes. I'd like to buy two tickets for the upcoming event. Yes, for concert for opera. Yes. I would like to see the performance on next Saturday evening. Yes, 7 p.m. That will be perfect. Uh, I'd like to know whether you have which kind of seat. Yes, S class and R class. All right. I think R class would be fine for me. Where is the seat number then? R6 and 7. That's that's kind of I'm afraid that it is a bit far from the stage. So can I get more a bit closer? Yes. Then I need to buy the ticket for S class. I see. I see. Then how about S2 and 3? Is that fine? Okay. Okay, then I'll take the S1 and 2. All right. How can I pay the ticket, by the way? Oh, okay. Then you can send me the bank account, and I'll send the money. I'll transfer money to the number. All right. Do you know my number, by the way? Yes. Okay. Okay. That will be fine. And okay, then I'll transfer the money in 30 minutes. All right then. Okay, thank you for your for see you. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Jay.
How are you? I'm I got a cold, a bad cold. Oh, sorry. So I think I can't make it to go to concert. Yes. Uh, I'm really sorry about that, but it just happened. Yes. How about go with Moon? Uh, he will be available today. Uh, I asked him, but if he's not, then maybe you can call Dongo. Yes. Or I'd like to then cancel my ticket only, and you can go concert by yourself, or you can go to someone else you feel like. Yeah. Uh, okay, you'll ask to your wife. All right then. I see. I see. I terribly, yeah, sorry about the breaking our appointment. I'm okay. Like, it's kind of bad flu, I guess. It's not coronavirus. Uh, yeah, you can hear my voice, right? It's kind of seasonal flu or something like that. Oh, I think I will be fine like for several after several days, so don't be worried about too much. Uh, okay, thank you for your kindness and understanding. I hope to see you soon and have a great time in the concert. Okay, thank you. Bye. When I want to when I applied the last exam. Actually, I missed the exam because I need to cancel the exam in advance because of an urgent event. But I have no time to cancel it, and the cancellation policy actually doesn't allow to cancel at the last moment. So uh, I have no choice to go there, even though I have an urgent event. But because of the urgent event, which was my wife is sick, so I was a bit late for the exam. So like 15 minutes. So I need before the exam, actually, I need to go to hospital and uh, waited for a while to see the doctor. And fortunately, there is nothing wrong with my wife, but her heart is tumbling at the time. Her heart was tumbling at the time, so we were very nervous about there was some serious problem in her heart. In her heart. Anyway, I need to explain the situation. I explained the situation to the instructor in the examination, but the operator supervisor doesn't accept does not excuse my problem, and instead he offered me uh, a kind of discount for the next exam, so I got that discount. Thanks for his kindness. In my area, there are several parks, and one is very famous for the entire city, called Yultong Park, and the other one is not that famous, but it's kind of very tiny and cute park. We call it that park as a pig park actually. So Yultong Park is very huge, it has a big lake inside of the park. So along the lake, there is a walking lane, and also I don't remember exactly. Bike is not allowed there, I guess. So it is a walking on only lanes. And there is some cafe along the walking lane, and it is quite good place to see the calm uh, lake view inside of the cafe while you are drinking coffee. Compared to the Yultong Park, I think the Peak Park is quite small, and it is very accessible though because it is just right in front of my mother-in-law's place. The Peak Park actually is not that crowded because it is just a local park, and there are some children sometimes playing badminton with their parents, or we when there like several days ago we played some games, uh, traditional Korean game using in the park. So in the spring, the in spring season, actually many flowers blooms and it looks like very beautiful. I think the most important problem nowadays in park is the parking lot. Many people use their many people drive to park and have their own, uh, but the parking lots are limited. So sometimes you cannot find any position in the parking lot, especially in Seoul City. When I went to a park called Banpo Hangang Park, I guess. And there was a festival at that time, and even I couldn't enter the parking lot uh, for like 30 minutes. I needed to wait until I got into the entrance, and the event was actually over after 10 p.m. We were arrived like 9:30, so we just enjoyed 30 minutes after we entered the park. But still, it's quite a memorable moment because even though we had just 30 minutes, stores were still open, and we can feel the atmosphere in the park. Like there were some kind of performance, music performance, and also some kind of small accessory and figure. And among the stores, there is a small toy shop, and my wife liked to buy one toy of Lino. So that is displayed in our room now.